Hi everyone, Railman28 here, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of the Railman28 podcast series. Now, in this episode, we'll be talking about the greatest gathering in Derby, the Railway 200 greatest gathering in Derby, which is the biggest gathering in history. And of course, Clan Line is down there. Of course, the engine I will volunteer for. She's down there alongside our older sister locomotive, British India Line, which is a fantastic sight. To be honest, it really is. And and I would have loved to gone down there and see all of the locomotives, see all the model railways, meet Hornby Magazine, meet keymodel.com. I'd love to meet those guys someday. I would love to go and say hello to them. It would be nice if I did that. But unfortunately, I can't make it to Railway 200. I don't have the ticket. I don't know if they'll do tickets on the day. Well, if they did, I would have gone. I would have been on the first train from St Pancras down to Derby, and I would have gone down there. And it would have been much nicer if I did that. And I would have loved to see Clan Line, go and see our guys. Maybe go down to have a ride on the miniature railway, maybe. Maybe. But who knows. And, yeah, I'm spending time here at home. Maybe I'll play a bit of Train Simulator just to pass the time. And maybe do a few rail tours on Train Sim. That would be fantastic. Maybe the Torbay Express I could do again. With the Castle class this time. A proper loco that does the Torbay Express runs. The traditional loco for these runs is the Torbay Express for a Castle or King. Or any other Great Western locomotive. But for now, I'm enjoying myself. Now, for the Round 28 podcast, well, not Round 28 podcast, the Great Rail Tales podcast on Railway 200's website. Now, I'm a bit confused by it, a little bit, where it says just upload your podcast to us, and maybe we could ask you to do a photograph of yourself to indicate you're telling your story. Maybe, yeah, I did that. I did that back in May or April. I did what? May. I probably did that, and it's been a couple of months since then, and it's still not there on the website. So Railway 200, can you at least look into that? Even though it says it's not guaranteed that your podcast will be uploaded, I really am disappointed in that. I really am disappointed, and I really would like my story to be told on Railway 200's website. How I got to love Thomas the Tank Engine, how I got to love trains, and how I got involved with Clan Line, of course, how I worked with her from 2013 onwards, up to this day, for 12 years. And now, even though when Clan Line went off for its overhaul, and then I worked with Tornado 60163, that's at the Greatest Gathering, which is fantastic. That's up there. I'd love to see Tornado again, and it was good to see Tornado again on my YouTube channel. That, as you saw, I filmed her at King's Cross. It was lovely seeing her do a trip to Skegness. It was lovely. And of course, I would have loved to come with Tornado again. Maybe one day drive the locomotive if I got a chance. I would love that, to be honest, to drive the locomotive. Maybe operate it, stoke the fire. But these days, I never get a chance. Sometimes I never get a chance to go on the footplate. And I know LSL are out and about, busy as usual with Britannia. They're fixing her at the moment at the Nene Valley Railway, and I'm hoping Britannia would be back in time to do rail tours again. But no doubt Braunton will be doing her most tours, or Mayflower will be doing some tours. I don't know. They'll be on it, to be honest. I would love to ride behind Mayflower on one of their trips. Would be nice. Yeah. So, down to the Rail Tales podcast. Yeah. Even though it says guaranteed not to upload your podcast, but I did my podcast in May or April. I did. Uploaded it. They asked me to send a photograph, so I sent a photograph of me in Clan Line, of course. That's my most It's a dedicated photo of me on board Clanline with Clanline, of course, touching her smoke deflector. Yeah, that's the most popular photo of this day. And of course, I loved it. And I still love it to this day. And yeah, I remember that. It was back in 2018 I took that. If you've seen it on my Facebook page, which is fantastic. I asked David Griffin to take a picture of me standing beside Clanline at Victoria. That picture still stands, and I still love it. Yeah. And I waited nearly a month or two, and then contacted Railway28, and yet they said, "Oh, give them 14 days. They're still reviewing it. Give them time to review it, review the content, of course." What's to review? It's my story. It's a story. It's my story, and it's a true story. I mean, what's going on? And so I gave them 14 days. Still nothing. And yet, I think I've been deliberately left behind. Deliberately. And I think that, to me, it really, really hurts. I mean, wouldn't they want a story about volunteering? My experience? Me with autism and lifetime's experience of volunteering for a steam locomotive and maybe other places I volunteered for. Well, actually, just railways in general. I volunteered for Clanline for 12 years. And yeah, that podcast still did not get uploaded. So, Railway28, I know you guys are doing your best, but please take time to look at my podcast and just upload it. I've sent you my picture. Just upload it. Just upload it. It's no difficult to ask, is it? I need my story to be out there. I don't know. I really need it to be out there. And honestly, I feel like I'm like Edward in Thomas the Tank Engine. I feel like I'm like Edward, been left behind by Gordon, at least. I mean, that was based on a story of a Highland Railway banker being left behind by Reverend Audrey. That was based on that, the story you read in the magazine. And poor Edward ran out of steam after rescuing Gordon, after pushing him up the hill. And he just went onwards and didn't say thank you. To me, that was ungrateful, to be honest. Well, yeah, ungrateful. Yeah, literally. I get many thanks from most of the guys in the MNLPS. Well, all of them I get many thanks for doing my hard work. And yeah, and I tell my story, and yet I'm still left behind. Oh dear. I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore, guys. I just don't know what to do anymore. I mean, I could still do my train simulator stuff, drive a train, drive steam engines, drive Clanline on Train Sim, and I still do my best doing it. Even some of the guys said I did my best doing it. Driving Clanline on the Golden Arrow on the video they seen on the summertime lunch with the Golden Arrow. And that's with Clanline from Victoria to Dover. I did it all the way there without a fuss. Yeah, without a problem. And I enjoyed it. And I still don't know why my story doesn't get uploaded. Yeah. I work hard mostly. And I mean, yeah. I work hardly. Most of my time I work hard. Well, and then I have a rest. Yeah. And I don't stop until my work is complete. And there you go. I hope soon Railway28 will see this podcast and they would think, oh, we need to upload his podcast right away. And yeah, the best till last. That'll be me. Yep, the best till last. Yeah, as they say. Yeah, I mean, I want to drive a steam locomotive, to be honest. That's my biggest dream. To drive a steam engine. A miniature steam engine would be fantastic if I drove one of those. Like a 7/4 inch locomotive, I would love to have a go at driving one. Even if it was a diesel, maybe. I don't mind. And yet, I felt tempted to go and do this drive a diesel for £20 at the Spa Valley Railway. When it turns out you're just shunting the locomotive, driving the locomotive from one platform to another. To me, that's not good enough. To be honest, not good enough. I mean, I would drive it to the first crossing. To be honest, I would drive it to the first crossing, then back again. I would love that. Literally, I would love that, and I would love that. So, but I don't bother. I'm not gonna bother going to drive anything right now. I'll do it on my simulator. It's safer and yeah. I mean, driving a steam engine, I would love to. I mean, if the Eastbourne Miniature Steam Railway were willing to let me drive one of their miniature locomotives and under supervision, I would love it. You want to tell me, oh yeah, you do this as you drive, and then when you come to a stop, you apply that little brake. When you apply the brakes, and there you go. That's how you do it. Yeah, I would love that if the Eastbourne Miniature Steam Railway were willing to give me a chance to drive their miniature locomotives. I would love that. I wouldn't mind if I drove that little high-mech diesel, Mr. Oily, as they called it. The Class 35 high-mech. I wouldn't mind driving that, or the Class 37 they got down there. Or maybe the little battery electric loco they got, the Class 08 shunter. I would love that if I drove that. It would be fantastic. And the miniature steam locos they got Britannia, Flying Scotsman, the Black 5, the 4F, the Royal Scot class, and the little Western locomotive 3802 or 3802 they got down there. Fantastic. And yet I could literally, would love to drive the other miniature locomotives. And I know they've got Duchess of Devonshire, which hasn't ran yet, and I would love to have seen that. Duchess of Devonshire. It would be nice to have that on the Eastbourne Miniature Steam Railway. The Duchess of Devonshire. The Princess Coronation Pacific. Oh yeah, it would be lovely to have a Duchess on that little line. And I'd like to see the Eastbourne Miniature Steam Railway build brand new coaches from scratch. I mean, I've seen them do that with the blood and custard coaches, the blue-grey coaches. Yeah, I would love to see that. And of course, they got Southern Green stock. Oh, that looks lovely. That stock. I would love to see that again. I've ridden on it before on the Eastbourne Miniature Steam Railway, and the engine I had was the Schools class. And I didn't mind that either. The miniature Schools class they got down there, and that's still down there, Eastbourne. Schools class Eastbourne, that's there. Yeah. I would love that to drive their miniature locos with a full rake train with a named express. It will be fantastic. Yeah, I would love that. And Duchess of Devonshire, I'd like to see the Eastbourne Miniature Steam Railway make a new set of coaches in LMS livery. That would be nice to go with Duchess of Devonshire, to go with the LMS Royal Scot that they've got down there as well. I would love them to do that. So I would love that as well. So there you go. So yeah, I'm visiting Eastbourne a couple of weeks' time for the air show that's going to go on, and I'll visit the Eastbourne Miniature Steam Railway for their Railway, Adventure Park, and Crazy Golf. I would love that. Yeah, I'm gonna love it very much. So stay tuned for more videos, guys. I might do new videos on locos I might purchase soon. Who knows? Unless I'll get gifted a loco from someone, like a friend of mine, maybe. Yeah. I mean, Railway 200 has to involve volunteers as well in the podcast. Volunteers like myself and others, and enthusiasts who learn to love trains, who got to know how to love trains. Yeah. Everyone has a passion for trains. Most people do. Modern, steam, you name it. I would love that. So, there you go. Simple as that. And the one thing I won't do on my channel is politics. I will not talk about that. I'd rather keep politics to myself. But if I could do a separate audio on that, a separate podcast on politics, what my views is, I would say it. Literally. Or unless I created a new channel called Railman Politics with Railman28, and I would have explained my views, etc. Yeah, I would have done that, but I choose not to be honest. But maybe I could do one separate one to do my views on politics. Maybe I could do only UK politics though. There you go, and human rights, etc. I would have done something about that. There you go, I would have done that. But anyway. Stay safe, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Railman28 podcast. I'm hoping to upload another video soon. Stay safe out there, guys. There's many more people who wish to harm us. So stay safe out there. Stay vigilant. And if you need to contact the police at any time, if there's something wrong, do it. Even though everyone will say, what's the point? Crime reference number. But I'm sure the police will do their utmost job to solve crime. There you go. And I hope people stay safe out there. There's many dangerous people out there who want to harm us. So stay safe. That's all I can say. If you see anything suspicious on public transport today, text the British Transport Police on 61016. See it, say it, sorted. And I'd like to give a big shout out to South Western Railway, Southern, Go via Thameslink Railway for doing their best to keep services running. And I'm always friendly when it comes to South Western Railway staff. I'm always friendly to them because I say good morning, good afternoon, and thanks for the ride. I always say thank you to the conductor, to the guards. Literally, I always say thank you to them. And they know clearly I'm a train spotter. They know clearly I love trains. I love travelling on a train. And I love the experience. And if I could drive a train for charity to raise a lot of money for my charity Generate, I could. I would love to do something like that. To drive a train for charity. Like drive from London Waterloo to Hampton Court, maybe. Or drive from Waterloo to Hounslow. That will be something. Drive maybe a Class 455 if there's any of them left. That would be fantastic if I did that. Yeah. If South Western Railway will allow me to do that. Or drive a Class 159. That's another favourite train of mine, a 159. And yet, a 150, a Class 150 Sprinter, has been gifted to the Midhants Railway. The first railway in all history to operate a Class 150. That is something big that's been done in the preservation era. Yeah. Preservation is alive and well. Yeah, I would love to preserve a Class 455. I would love to preserve one. If I get a chance. Maybe. But anyway. Stay safe, guys. Tune in for the next video. Stay tuned. Bye for now.